Have you ever stood in front of the mirror wearing a blouse you thought was flattering, but something just felt off? You couldn't quite put your finger on it, but the outfit didn't feel as polished or elegant as you imagined. My darlings, it's usually not you. It's the blouse. And the truth is, many of us are still making the same blouse mistakes that secretly drag down our style. But here's the beautiful news. Once you know what to avoid and what to embrace instead, blouses can become one of the most flattering, confidence-boosting pieces in your entire wardrobe. Welcome, my gorgeous friends, to Golden Age Glamour, the place where we celebrate timeless elegance, grace, and the art of dressing beautifully at every stage of life. This is your sanctuary for fashion that honors who you are right now, highlights your best features, and makes getting dressed a joyful, inspiring experience again. If you're new here, I'm absolutely delighted you found us. And if you're already part of this wonderful community, welcome back, darling. It always feels like catching up with dear friends over afternoon tea. Now, before we dive into today's topic, I'd love for you to hit that subscribe button and tap the little bell, because here at Golden Age Glamour, we share elegant, practical style wisdom that makes dressing after 60 not just easy, but truly exciting. Trust me, you won't want to miss what's coming next. Alright, let's get into the 5 blouse mistakes that can quietly undermine your elegant style, and more importantly, how to fix them beautifully. Mistake number 1, choosing blouses that are too baggy. So many of us fall into this trap, because we've been told for years that loose clothing hides what we don't want to show. Our tummy, our arms, or the little changes in our shape. But here's the truth, my loves. Blouses that are too baggy don't hide anything. They actually make us look larger and shapeless. Instead of floating gracefully over our silhouette, they end up hanging like curtains and swallowing our beautiful frames. Now, don't misunderstand me. Flowy can be absolutely gorgeous. Flowy gives movement, elegance, and that effortless sophistication we all adore. But baggy? Baggy just looks like the blouse belongs to someone else entirely. The secret is in finding blouses that gently skim the body instead of drowning it. Look for those lovely little details. Gentle darts at the waist, a curved hemline that falls beautifully at the hip, or soft pleats in the back that create shape without ever clinging. These small touches make all the difference in the world. And if you already own a blouse that's a little too roomy, don't you dare throw it away just yet. You can absolutely make it work. A simple half tuck in the front, or even just tucking in one corner, instantly gives definition and brings back your waistline. Adding a slim belt, not thick and heavy, but something delicate and refined, can also restore your shape beautifully. And here's a styling trick I absolutely love. Layer a cropped cardigan, or a tailored jacket over it. Suddenly, that blouse looks intentional, polished, and like part of a truly chic outfit. So remember this, darling. Your blouse should frame you, not drown you. When it skims your body and moves gracefully with you, you become the star of the outfit, not the fabric. Mistake number 2, wearing blouses that are too tight or made from stiff fabrics. On the opposite end of the spectrum, another very common mistake is choosing blouses that are far too tight or constructed from stiff, unforgiving materials. Now, I completely understand why this happens. Sometimes we think that a closer fit will make us look slimmer, or perhaps we are holding on to styles we wore years ago. But when a blouse pulls at the buttons, digs into the shoulders, or feels rigid and uncomfortable, it simply doesn't flatter. It restricts. And nothing, absolutely nothing, is stylish if you don't feel free to move and breathe. Tight blouses can actually highlight exactly what you're trying to minimize, whether it's the tummy area, the bust, or even those little lines on the back. And stiff fabrics, like certain heavy cottons or polyesters with no give, create sharp, boxy lines that fight against the natural softness and curves of your body. The result? A look that feels dated, uncomfortable, and frankly, unkind to you. So what's the solution, my dear? Choose blouses made from fabrics that have ease and drape. Look for soft cotton blends, silk, crepe, viscose, or even a touch of stretch. These materials drape beautifully, skim the body instead of squeezing it, and allow you to move without any fuss whatsoever. They feel breathable, elegant, and polished without being rigid or restrictive. Here's a quick shopping trick for you. When you're trying on a blouse, move your arms around in the dressing room. Reach up, reach forward, turn from side to side. If you feel restricted when you lift your arms, or if the blouse pulls across the bust or shoulders, it's not the one for you. Clothes should never make you feel trapped or uncomfortable. They should make you feel graceful, confident, and absolutely at ease. So please, stop punishing yourself with stiff, tight blouses. Instead, let your blouse flow with you. A blouse that drapes instead of clings will always look more expensive, more modern, and infinitely more flattering. And speaking of looking more polished, I'd love to hear from you in the comments. Have you been guilty of wearing blouses that are too baggy or too tight? Share your experience with us, because your stories help other women in this beautiful community feel less alone on their style journey. Mistake number 3, sticking with outdated collars and necklines. Collars and necklines might seem like small details, but they completely change how a blouse frames your face and body. One of the most common mistakes I see is holding on to outdated styles, things like oversized pointed collars from decades ago, or very high, closed-up necklines that cover everything from collarbone to chin. The problem with these styles is that they can feel heavy, dated, and honestly, a bit frumpy. A big, sharp collar can overwhelm your delicate features, and a blouse buttoned all the way to the top can actually shorten the neck and draw attention downward instead of up toward your beautiful face. Instead of looking polished and elegant, it ends up looking closed off and a little severe. The good news? There are modern, flattering options that open up the face and give an instant lift. Soft V-necks are one of the most universally flattering shapes for women of any age. They elongate the neck, draw the eye upward toward your face, and add a touch of elegance without being revealing in the slightest. Scoop necks do the same, giving a softer, more feminine look that's both graceful and timeless. And if you like the structure of collars, try a mandarin collar or a collarless blouse. Both feel modern and fresh while still looking sophisticated and refined. And here's a little secret, my dear. An open neckline doesn't just flatter the face. It also gives you the perfect canvas to accessorize. A delicate necklace, a strand of pearls, or even a silk scarf can add personality and polish without competing with the blouse itself. So if you find yourself reaching for the same old collared blouses time and time again, take a step back and try something with a fresher, more open neckline. It's a small change that instantly makes you look more current, more polished, and more vibrant. Mistake number 4, choosing loud prints that overwhelm. Prints can be fun, playful, and wonderfully expressive. But when they are too loud or too busy, they stop being flattering and start stealing the spotlight from you. I often see women reaching for oversized florals, bold geometric patterns, or very busy, multicolored prints, thinking they add personality to the outfit. But instead, these prints can completely take over and unfortunately, age you instead of enhancing your natural beauty. Here's why. Large, heavy prints can overwhelm your frame and distract from your face. When the eye doesn't know where to look, it often gets stuck on the blouse instead of on you. And if the colors in the print aren't flattering to your skin tone, they can drain your complexion and even make you look tired or washed out. Now, that doesn't mean you should give up on prints entirely. Absolutely not. The key is balance and restraint. Softer, smaller scale prints are almost always more flattering and elegant. Think delicate polka dots, subtle stripes, gentle florals, or abstract patterns in muted, sophisticated tones. These add personality and interest without shouting or overwhelming your silhouette. If you do love a bold print, keep it the star of the show by pairing it with solid colored pants or a skirt. That way, the outfit feels balanced and intentional rather than chaotic and busy. Another tip is to pay close attention to color. Prints in jewel tones like sapphire blue, emerald green, or ruby red can brighten the skin and feel luxurious and rich. Softer prints in pastels or neutrals can give a light, airy elegance that feels fresh and timeless. And if you want to play with trendier prints like animal prints, choose them in subtle, muted colors rather than big, blocky patterns. So the next time you're shopping, remember this golden rule. The blouse should complement you, not compete with you. When the print enhances rather than overwhelms, your natural beauty shines through brilliantly. And that, my darling, is what true style is all about. Now, before we move on to mistake number 5, if you're enjoying this video and finding these tips helpful, please give it a like and share it with a friend who could use a little style inspiration. It helps us reach more women who deserve to feel fabulous at every age. Mistake number 5, wearing blouses that are too long. Here's a little styling truth that surprises many women. When your blouse is too long, it can actually make your legs look shorter and throw off the balance of your entire outfit. I see this mistake quite often. Women choosing tunic-length blouses that cover the hips, thighs, and sometimes even hang down to mid-thigh, thinking they're slimming or concealing. But what they actually do is drag the eye downward and hide your natural, beautiful proportions. Instead of elongating your silhouette, they box you in and make you appear heavier or shorter than you truly are. Now, that doesn't mean you can't wear longer tops at all, my dear. It's all about where the hemline hits. The most flattering length for most blouses is either right at the hip bone or just below it. This length frames your torso beautifully while allowing your legs to shine, creating balance, proportion, and elegance. If you're wearing a flowy blouse, that slightly shorter length keeps it light and airy instead of heavy and overwhelming. If you do love tunic-style blouses, here's how to make them work for you. Pair them with slim, fitted bottoms like tailored trousers or straight leg pants. That contrast between a longer blouse and a sleeker leg line brings back balance and creates a more flattering silhouette. You can also add a small tuck in the front, what stylists call the French tuck, to give the illusion of a waistline without losing that relaxed, comfortable look. Belts are another wonderful option, especially with longer blouses that have a bit of flow and movement. A slim belt can define your waist and transform the blouse into a chic, modern, pulled-together piece. Think of it this way, darling. Clothes should highlight your body's natural lines, not hide them under layers of fabric. A blouse that ends at just the right spot can make your legs look longer, your shape look balanced, and your whole outfit appear intentional and elegant. It's not about covering yourself up. It's about framing yourself beautifully. So my beautiful friends, those were the 5 blouse mistakes that so many of us make without even realizing it. But the best part? Every single one of these mistakes has an easy, elegant fix. And when you start paying attention to them, the difference in how you look and feel is absolutely incredible. Remember, style is not about hiding yourself, and it's certainly not about following every fleeting trend that comes along. It's about choosing pieces that honor your body, flatter your natural beauty, and make you feel confident and radiant the moment you step out the door. You've earned the right to dress in a way that makes you shine, my darling. And I promise you, when you stop settling for clothes that don't serve you and start curating pieces that truly elevate your look, you'll feel a shift, not just in your wardrobe, but in your entire mindset and confidence as well. So I want to encourage you today. take a look at your blouses with fresh eyes. See which ones might be making these mistakes, and start replacing them with better choices, little by little, piece by piece. This is how you level up your style. This is how you keep looking fresh, vibrant, and absolutely fabulous at 60, 70, and beyond. If you found this video helpful and inspiring, don't forget to give it a like, and of course, subscribe to Golden Age Glamour. We are building a beautiful community here of women who know that style has no age limit, and elegance is timeless. I would absolutely love for you to be part of it. And please, let me know in the comments which blouse mistake you've been guilty of, or which tip you're most excited to try. Sharing your journey not only inspires me, but it also inspires and encourages other women who are watching and learning alongside you. Until next time, remember this, my loves. You are not too old, and it is never too late to look absolutely stunning. Keep shining with Golden Age Glamour, because you deserve nothing less than to feel elegant, confident, and beautiful every single day.